Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to The Drop, our weekly podcast about all things running. Sometimes it takes a side route down some other channels. It's usually caused by Robbie and his adventures. But people seem to dig it, so
okay.
We're not gonna rein it in. We're not gonna try to force you back into talking about Kipchoge running Berlin or anything like that. So
yeah, I don't even know who that person is.
He's a fast guy. It's funny because they tried to compare the other guy who ran like a bunch of miles in 24 hours to him, and he's like, well, I ran 8 marathons in 24 hours. Look, it's Eliud Kipchoge, man. He'll smoke your ass.
Actually, I wanted to talk about that guy last week, and I forgot.
Okay, what did you want to say?
He broke his own world record.
Who are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, he's from another country. Robbie's gonna pull it up.
Oh, so far you guys are highly knowledgeable.
No, I got it. He's from Lithuania. That's a hard country to off the top of your head remember.
Or to be from.
Yeah.
The only thing I know is like Lithuanian Airlines.
Well, is that a real airline?
I don't know.
Lufthansa? Is that the
That's
one?
probably the one. It's the one that we did the heist with the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Lufthansa.
So he ran. It's pretty crazy. His name's Alexander Sorokin.
That's the other thing.
Sorokin. Yeah. There's too many vowels in there.
Yeah.
And he
look, Robbie. We should make a disclaimer because we are pretty ignorant, and every week we do say stuff that's ignorant, and we understand that we don't know everything.
I also understand that, like, I'm fully aware that I spell my name without an I, which makes zero sense. So, like, it's mine. I'm the worst person of all, and I forced it on myself.
But I do feel like less vowels is always helpful.
Yeah. Maybe we should just think about restructuring the entire language.
Yeah, cut it back a little bit.
of the English language.
And that's the other problem is that there's too many runners with weird names.
Yeah. Specifically Neuberger.
Yeah.
No one knows how to say your name.
Neuberger.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he ran like 24 hours. He was going for the 24-hour world record, right? Mm-hmm. And he finished it in
98.
Everything's in kilometers on this website, so I'm trying to do my math.
He ended up doing like 98 point something. And people were like, why not just finish with 100?
98 point what? No, he did 198.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
That's not a world record.
He ran.
No, I forgot the 100 in front.
All right, let me finish.
They're like, why not just do 200?
He ran 190.5 miles. So it was a 7-minute 15. I'm just. I know you know it. I was 7:15 mile pace for 24 hours.
That's wild.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Saying going head to head with Kipchoge, it's just a different thing.
That's right. Like,
that's
I don't like
sport.
that being compared to each other. It's kind of like saying trail running and road running, or like even track and field. Like, I don't consider track and field exactly the same sport as what we're normally talking about. Like, we're normally talking
So you
about,
don't think like Usain Bolt's record is equally as ridiculous as Kipchoge's?
It is.
Okay.
But it's not this. It would be like, do I think tennis? Do I think that Serena Williams? Why are we talking about Serena Williams? Because it's a running show. And I know that those people are running.
I don't know. Didn't you just bring it up?
I did, yeah. No, what I'm saying is that there's plenty of like impressive and outrageous records.
Okay.
But like when I think of Kipchoge nearly breaking, he's 1 minute away from breaking 2 hours in a regular marathon.
Yeah. And he beat the next person with like 4 minutes or something.
Yeah. To me, the hitting almost 200 miles in 24 hours, that's insane too. Yeah, that's awesome. But I don't understand, like I saw somebody bring it up with Kipchoge. I'm like, to me, that's like saying, well, this person played, won Wimbledon. It's like, it's not the same thing.
So Kipchoge's pace was 4:37 minute mile. And have you seen that graph going around? Like, how long could you hang?
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it for 100 meters. A 4:37?
Well, that's when they pull out that treadmill and you try to hang on as long as you can.
I would fall right off. It would start and I'd be like, whoop, right off the back.
I'm trying to think of a scenario in my life where that's happened.
I think
Where you're running 4:37, it doesn't.
well, you got to figure a tenth of a mile would go by really quick.
I guess we ran at Hayward Field and I hurt for 3 days from running 50 meters. I think that was probably.
I mean, here's the scenario.
Probably close to it.
I think if I wanted to test that, I would love the treadmill thing where you get to jump on and you see how long you can hang until you get shot out the back.
I mean, I could sit there all day just watching people fall flat on their face.
Yeah.
That is a sport I like.
Yeah. They should even do it even faster without telling the people.
Yeah.
And they'll feel better about themselves.
And look, I don't want to take anything away from the man's achievement of doing close to
Sorokin?
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away
Dude,
from him.
think
it's
about
amazing what he did.
7:15 a mile is absolutely insane.
Alexander, what he did was amazing. I don't want to take anything away from it. I just get annoyed when somebody else achieves something and then somebody else throws another achievement out.
I get
it's
it.
like, can we just have a moment to appreciate
Yeah.
what they did? And also, Meg, you're going to have to help me with her name, but the woman that won Berlin, that was insane too. 2:15.
Yeah. And I feel like I didn't hear as much about that.
It was almost a 20-minute PR for her. It was wild.
But it's third place in the world record for women.
Right. Let's talk about spam because real quick, I don't understand the aversion people have towards spam. I feel like that is the perfect post-run snack.
What?
Or if it has salt, isn't
it fat?
Tasty. It's basically a hot dog in a can. So
okay.
But do you not eat like hot dogs
She
after
doesn't eat
running?
hot dog.
No one should eat hot dogs. Do you know what's in those?
I do. I eat
Nitrate,
Trash.
load me up with nitrates,
Dude,
baby.
I love a good hot dog. Like a good hot dog is up there with any other culinary delight.
Yeah. And so essentially spam, same thing. I mean, you slice it up, fry it up, boom. Put it on an egg sandwich, done.
I think that sounds delicious. But I think the reason it gets a bad rap is people don't like the idea of canned meat.
Yeah, I get it. I do get that. Yeah.
But in the apocalypse,
Well, things
can
should
of spam,
things should go bad. Like if things don't go bad, that's scary.
Oh, I believe it does have a shelf life.
Does it?
I don't know. I think
I will tell you this.
I don't know if I've ever had paid attention to expiration dates.
If there's an apocalypse and you find a box of spam, you're gonna think you hit the jackpot.
Okay, can I just read the ingredients
That's
real
for
quick?
sure.
Yeah, read the ingredients.
Like in the road.
Pork with ham, mechanically
Delicious.
separated chicken,
Okay, that just means it's like the scraps of chicken.
water, salt, modified potato starch, sugar.
I didn't know that potato part. That's cool.
It's like a whole meal.
There's sugar. Of course, there's sugar in it.
Potassium chloride, and sodium nitrate.
That doesn't sound too bad. Sodium nitrate is the last ingredient.
What is pork with ham
It's pork and ham.
and mechanically separated chicken? Why do they have to say that?
That is interesting. The pork with ham.
Mechanically separated chicken sounds weird. Like we butchered the pork and the ham, but we took a machine and just ripped that chicken apart.
Yeah.
I don't approve of this. This looks terrifying.
Yeah, but if you are hungry, because a lot of times, it's used to take it camping or hiking, it's a little bit of extra weight, but there's nothing better than mac and cheese, spam, fried up. One time I found...
I mean, I like bacon. I like sausage. I like all the salty meats.
Yeah. One time I found, I don't know what the seasoning was, but when I was hiking with some friends, we were on the Appalachian Trail for like a week. And so, we were pretty hungry. And along the road, I found like this seasoning that was Doritos seasoning.
Okay, time out. Along the road.
Yeah.
Robbie, you got to stop.
This is a long time ago. Not saying I wouldn't do it again, but
Meg is not even listening.
But there was
found seasoning on the side of the road.
It was it was sealed, like a package. It was like it would go in ramen or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like kind of that type of thing. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this would be good on our meal tonight, which is mac and cheese and spam. And it was. I have pictures of it somewhere, but it was really good. So that's like a pro tip if you're hiking and crossing the road on the Appalachian
Trail. If you
Trail.
find seasoning, use it.
Yeah. Anyways, so I think we should bring Spam back maybe for like a race day treat.
No, there's like I'm reading on it right now. It's
you're reading like a health article?
yeah,
Probably.
What's
okay.
the new? Well, it's not like
it's linked to all the bad stuff.
I'm not eating it for every meal. I'm just saying like after like as a treat.
I'm just saying I don't think we should promote it as a post race great meal.
You know what I've gotten back into, and I don't know if I bought, the boys wanted some ramen, and they had those cup of soups at BJ's, so I bought. And it turns out there's like 100 in those cases. And I bought one of those. They're delicious.
That might take you through the apocalypse.
It's so good. Megan's like, no, that's bad.
So why is ramen bad though?
There's just really no nutritional value to it.
High sodium.
Yeah.
Which I was like, well, I'm a runner. So
Again.
Yeah.
As an endurance athlete, not so bad. But I mean, there's better options.
I know you
there.
say that, you know, we shouldn't be promoting it, but here's the thing. Everyone likes to drink after a race. That's not good either. That's
True.
straight poison.
It is poison.
Yeah. So why not throw some poison on your poison?
Yeah.
Get in there.
Although if I'm,
Level it out, the liver and the heart disease.
All right. So to bring it back to running, we've been running, and Robbie's back at running. So his leg looks like a gross mess. Oh, you should see it.
No, it's changed.
Oh, it's morphing.
So I'm not going to go into like gross details, but last night I was at my kid's soccer practice and I had to use the bathroom. There's a porta potty there. So of course this is going to happen. As I'm leaving, the door shuts and just like hits it and
hits your scab.
Yeah, it just comes right off.
Oh, that's beautiful. Like the
edge of the door. You know how sharp the edge.
I thought you weren't going to describe this.
I didn't go into like what it looked like. It was just like that just happened.
Yeah. Anyway, his leg used to look like a bloody cornflake. Now I guess it's
he's going into it.
All right. So anyway, the whole point of this is that Robbie's back to running.
Yeah.
I actually got to run some miles with him last Saturday. That was fun.
Yeah, we did.
Except for Robbie had a shoe on that was too big for his foot. And if you can't see us, I'm pointing at the shoe right now.
That's not mine.
We'll talk about it in a second.
If I wore that one, I would be crippled.
Dude, you could put 2 of your feet in this. It's a Razor 4 from Skechers.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so Robbie, how's the running coming?
Oh, it's surprisingly pretty great. I did a long run on Saturday, so I was 10 miles. It wasn't like the greatest feeling, but it was good to get out there and feel good. Then I've been running this week. I did a double yesterday.
You're also coming back to like, this is the running weather.
Mm-hmm.
We're hitting the sweet spot.
That's so nice. Yeah, you can just.
I had to wear a long sleeve shirt this morning.
Did you really?
I did.
Wow.
Meg
I don't know if
did
I
too.
go that far.
Yeah.
I guess it was like 50 degrees.
It was cooler than 50, wasn't it?
No, it's 50.
Oh.
But yeah,
I wouldn't have worn a long sleeve. I knew that.
Yeah, if you knew it was 50, that's like short sleeve. That's a short sleeve limit right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Long sleeve, short sleeve.
Depends on what you're doing.
If I'm racing, I'll go down to 30 for it.
Singlet.
I just meant as a daily, normal run.
But I did. It was nice because it was that Tracksmith fall drop, and so it was just sitting there, and I was like, I can throw this on today.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good, and I actually ran a lot of hills yesterday because I did the morning run around Patterson Park, and then my kid had soccer practice there too, and I ran 2 miles around Patterson Park again.
So you're not one of those parents that watches the practice.
Well, the first part of the practice is just like skills stuff, and then I was back for when they scrimmaged or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, you were able to do 2 miles while they did drills.
Yeah, I mean it's 20 minutes or whatever.
That's a lot of drills for like we're talking 5, 6, 7,
6.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. Do you think so? It's a lot.
I don't know.
No, that's normal.
I think it's normal.
I haven't.
You can't just play the whole time.
I'm out of.
It was practice.
Yeah.
For a while.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyways, I think that's pretty much. I didn't come across any fine treasures this week or anything.
It's
cool.
good because when you do, and it won't be like it'll be more special.
Yeah.
When you.
I just missed a house fire.
Okay.
Did you light it?
No, but it was like they were all the fire throwing all the stuff that had just burned out of it. That's a whole different smell than you really.
It's not a campfire.
You never really experience that unless it's that situation. It's sad. Anyways,
let's bring it back around to.
Speaking of house fires, are you feeling like your house is burning down going into London, or how are you feeling?
No, I feel great. And the only thing that's fun that I might want to keep after London is Megan and I have been getting up at like, we're trying to acclimate to the time. So every day we've been getting up a little earlier. Like today we got up at 4 a.m. And
jeez.
I mean, but we're going to bed at like, we were in bed by 8, right? Mm-hmm. And I love it. Like I get up, like I felt like I did so much today. I went out, I get up, I drink my coffee. I went for my run and did my final speed work before the marathon. And then you get back.
So you still do speed work before, like during the marathon week?
It's like it's 3 miles of marathon pace.
Yeah, so it was 2 miles warm up, 3 miles marathon pace, 1 mile cool down.
But actually, it's like one of the key ingredients to the taper is that you reduce the volume, but you don't want to eliminate the quality because otherwise your legs are like, what?
Really?
And my legs felt fantastic today.
Oh, that's
like,
good.
It's so weird because I panic in the warm up. Like I'm doing the warm up and I'm like, I'm so slow. Like, how am I possibly going to be able to hold faster paces? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, do I even know how to run? And then the faster paces come and I'm like, all right, this feels cool. This feels good. Hang in there. My splits were gorgeous this morning. Like,
You're gonna frame those?
I would love to. The Strava, like the warm-ups are like real. Now Strava does. I think it's in reverse. It should go the other way around. I feel like the faster you go, the lower the bar goes because it's less time. Versus
What, on their graphs?
Yeah,
I forget what they look like.
they're inverted now. I think they used to be the other way. So now if you're slow, the bar is low, and when you speed up, the bar goes high.
Okay.
And I think it should be the other way around. Like you're dropping your pace. So anyway, so my bars over here were real low. Then I have like 3 that you could like take a samurai sword and cut the tops off. They were so even. And then it drops down to the cool down. The only problem was I was trying to feel pace and I ran a little too fast.
Okay.
Because I'm not running my marathon at the pace I did the 3 miles. It was like 7:30 for the 3 miles. I am not doing that.
Okay. Coach, is that acceptable that he ran his
Yeah,
marathon
it's
pace
fine.
faster than his marathon?
I mean, I said if you go out at that, it's going to be a real rough day.
Okay.
London Bridge is falling down.
We'll see what happens.
if that happened. Yeah, that's the whole thing is like, it's such a mind F when you're running a marathon because you feel so good in the beginning that you're like, I could hold this pace. And it's only with experience that you know that, yeah, it feels good in the beginning and it should feel somewhat good.
Yeah.
And then it's like a bag of sand gets dropped on you at later in the race. So you have to be smart. So it's like, I'm like, if I did that in the race, even though it felt pretty effortless, I'll ruin my race.
What's your race day prediction? Or do you do that?
No, I don't do that.
Like time goal?
Yeah.
Or,
Okay, what's your goal? A, B, C, D, E, F,
I don't
G.
even want to talk about that. Like for me, I want to run a really good race. I will say one of my goals is to negative split the half.
That's a good goal.
So I want to have a negative split on the half. If I do that, I'll feel like I ran it smart. The problem is not panicking in the beginning and freaking out that
you're not going to be able to run too fast.
Yeah.
You're going to be packed in like sardines.
You say that, but
what if all the sardines are swimming fast?
You say that, but I'm in the same corral with like Paul Lang, who's going to be running sub 3. You're not telling me that I'm not going to be able to run fast enough.
It's going to be running in the
with
bulls.
People that are running sub 3. Because
that's what we've been told, and I can tell you from my experience in Boston, no one was running the paces that they said they were.
Well, good. I'll be naturally inhibited. But the crazy thing about my run this morning, so I'm finishing up my last one, and you know where the Captain James restaurant is. Mm-hmm. For those of you listening who don't, who cares? But I'm going down, and I had to get off the sidewalk because it was they had like construction or something on it, and it's that lane that everybody tries to cheat. So they come over to that lane, they know that cars are parked up ahead, and then they have to swerve into traffic real hard to get back into the flow of traffic.
Okay.
And this guy comes in. And
you're talking about people driving?
Yeah. And it's still dark out.
I know what you're talking
This
about.
guy swoops into that lane.
Yeah.
Honks his horn at me.
You mean that lane that's like just a parking lane or drop off lane?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Swoops in that lane, honks his horn at me to get off the road. and then it's a red light. So like
Yes.
he swoops in, honks at me, and then has to stop.
Yeah.
So I run up, and I don't normally I just let stuff go, but today I was like, I'm in the middle of my last speed one. I tap on his window and just flick the bird and run right in front of his car as he's in the stop with the bird up.
Oh man.
And
beautiful.
There's a line of cars. So I'm like,
so stupid. Like, you don't know that guy. What if
no,
he's
I don't.
nuts?
It was.
I would have done the same thing.
It might have been a dumb thing to do, but here's the problem. So then my adrenaline's going because one, he honked at me, so I got freaked out. He swooped on me. Like, it would have been one thing if you honked and you're like, you wanted to get over.
Yeah.
But like, he like aimed his car at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Ridiculous.
And then I give him the finger, and I'm like, okay, he is in a car.
Yeah.
So I start taking off, and I'm like looking at my watch, and I drop down to like, I'm dropping into the 6s when I should be, calm down. So then I like spaz out, and then, when everything calmed down, I dropped it back down low, and then I had to speed up again. So it was like this whole.
Oh man, yeah.
thing.
And then your adrenaline's all pumped. That's probably why you ran so fast.
Well, no, that was the last 0.2 of my speed, but it was just like, I know better than to do that. Like, don't engage. I really feel like your day is better when you just.
And it is, but it's like in the moment.
I don't know that guy. He was wearing, I think he was wearing a construction vest because I could see the bright yellow.
I just remembered a story that I didn't tell. This happened like a month ago. Can I do it real quick?
Yeah.
Because it's along the same lines. It's even worse. So I was running back from the Faster Bastards run along Boston Street, and it's just a sidewalk and same thing, cars, stoplights, whatever. So there's a pickup truck that ran past, and somebody, like, cat called me, or it was like, "Hey baby," like whistled, And
I think you told me this.
Yeah, I did tell you this, but I didn't tell it on the podcast. So like, I thought I was just like, oh, classic, whatever. So they got caught at a stoplight ahead, and I was like, this is when I get my revenge. And so I ran up past them and just did the same thing, like, I think gave them the finger or whatever. And they're like dying laughing in the truck. And then I kept running, and then their light turned green, and obviously like I can't outrun them.
Yeah.
At that point. So I literally just like cut across like 4 lanes of traffic. It was a terrible idea because I was just like, I don't know what to do. This could turn out bad.
Yeah.
But then I realized after this all happened, that they probably thought I was a girl. Like, because I was wearing like 3-inch shorts that day, and I had on like, I think a pink hat or something. It was like my Adidas Terex hat.
Oh, how terrifying would it be to think you're catcalling a girl and Robbie's face
Right.
around?
I think that's why they were dying laughing.
Dude.
Which, like, now in hindsight, it's kind of funny, but not funny that they would do that. But yeah, I bet they were shocked because they were probably checking out a dude when they were like, yeah, total redneck dudes.
Moral of the story: just keep running.
Yeah,
just go. Meg, how's your taper coming?
I don't like this time of the training
because
I struggle.
You love being active and doing all this stuff, and so even cutting back, like, I don't know if you know this, every run Megan pretty much afterwards does like an hour on the bike, and so she's having to even cut that back. Like,
yeah, it's all part of the taper. It's just hard.
What about?
Hold on. When you do an hour on the bike,
I never do an hour on the bike. I don't know what Thomas is talking about.
What is it when you get home?
Like 30 minutes in the afternoon sometimes.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is that like a hard workout, or are you just like, what are you doing?
It's like it's just like they're fun to me workouts on the Peloton, the NordicTrack that I have.
What do you do? What do you do on a bike?
They have like little weight
They yell
things.
at you like, pick up the piss.
Oh,
it's
you
like,
there. Yeah.
It's like a full body, like weight lifting, biking workout.
Like, so you jump off the bike and lift weights and
no,
stuff?
you can. They have workouts that do that, or you just use the weights while you're biking.
Wait, you're holding weights in your hands?
Yeah. They like sit on top of the bike.
Let me give you. Okay, they start off with a ride and they're like, let's warm up. And then they get going. And they're like, all right, spin your wheels. You got to go 100 RPMs right now. Go faster, faster. So Megan's like, and then they're like, all right, pick up the weights now over your head.
So it is a real workout.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a workout.
I thought it was just like watching TV while you're just moving your feet.
No.
No, it's a workout. It's like a full body workout.
Shit.
Like for most people, that would be all they do all day.
Yeah. You could, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you think about the early mornings and stuff?
I do love the early mornings. I just love the quiet mornings that like I know no one's emailing or needing things. It's just, it's your time. You do whatever you want. It's quite nice.
Yeah, I just liked it that everything, like I had everything done by 7 this morning.
What time you go to bed?
Like 8.
Yeah.
8.
Well, no.
Wait,
Robbie.
You guys are like farmers right now.
Robbie, when we say we go to bed,
Like 90
we
years
actually
old.
we went up at like 7 last night. Lights were out at 8.
Okay. I'm
Because
trying to do this
I
math.
was trying to get 8 hours of sleep, so 8 to 4 is
Yeah.
8 hours. So we probably didn't get exactly 8, but we got pretty close.
Man, I don't know if I've ever done that in my life.
Dude,
since
I
I was
kinda-
4 years old.
I
maybe.
think I kind of love it. I kind of love it.
Like there's nothing is happening after 8 p.m. except for like trash TV, which, it's kind of
Yeah, Meg was upset that
Missed
we
that.
missed. What did we miss last night?
Paradise Island.
Oh, yeah. God. I mean, yeah, that's admirable. That's wild.
But yeah,
You are kind of going with the flow of the seasons, I guess. It's getting darker. already.
Yeah.
it hasn't been difficult to do. That's the crazy thing is like, I think because we've kind of shifted it a little bit each day,
Yeah.
our bodies have kind of gotten used to it. I mean, when we get up for London, even though the race will start at 9 for us,
9:40,
9:40, what time is that on where we are now? 5 hours earlier?
4:40.
Yeah, 4:40. So we're actually starting at like 4:40.
Okay.
And we're going to get up 2 hours before the race.
Like 4 hours before the race.
So we're basically getting up at 1 a.m.,
Yeah.
starting the day, run a
Yeah.
marathon.
I would just not even look at clocks. Just imagine.
Just
Not,
time is your
yeah.
thing.
It sounds like
It's
you're
a
in that
human
zone.
construct.
Like
I mean, it
you're
is.
almost there.
But and I thought it was going to affect my run. Like I woke up this morning, I was a little tired, and I went up and I was like, oh, it's going to be tough to muster the energy. And once I was out there, I felt fine,
That's cool.
especially with these
I like
cool
it.
temps, man. Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's really nice. Real quick, Meg, are you feeling good? We didn't really like sum up the training.
No, I feel terrible.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you really?
No, I mean, I feel tired. My body feels beat up. I like this, like I not only mentally don't like this part, but physically, like when I slow down is when my body realizes what I've put it through.
Oh, wow.
See, and I've never felt better. Like I feel the best I've ever felt going to a marathon.
What are you supposed to feel?
I mean, it's different for everyone. But hopefully by the time you make it to race day,
I'm
your
ner-
body is primed.
I'm nervous that I feel so good. Like I shouldn't feel this good. Like I'm like normally I'm
You don't
feel
deserve
like
it.
beat up and ready to get the race. I'm like maybe I didn't work hard enough.
Do you drink during race week or no?
I had one like 2-ounce wine last night with my dinner.
That's like a shot.
Yeah, what I wanted to do. I haven't had any drinks this week, and so what I wanted to do was I kind of really when I got home I was like I really would like a drink, and I was like if I don't have one, it's like I'm gonna be thinking about it for the next hour. If I just
Because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, pretty much. But I thought if I just put a little splash in the glass, I'm satisfying my desire to
Okay. Yeah.
have it without going nuts. Yeah,
I like that.
just a little bit. And wine. I mean, that's basically water.
Yeah.
I've
I
done
mean, Jesus turned it into it. So
Yeah.
I've done like both. I've done like hardcore, like 30 days of no drinking before a race. I've done drinking 3 nights before the race. I used to drink before races.
Yeah.
I don't drink before races anymore. I do think that does have an impact, but I think
I don't know. We drank it.
a few days out, like you're not gonna.
We had
change
drinks
anything.
before the Bronx 10 miler.
I did not.
the only time I've had a bad race is when I didn't drink before a race.
Because you're,
Solid.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm not sure that one way or the other matters unless like you get hammered.
Yeah, right. But it's carb. Like it still counts as carb. Does that
Well,
count as carbs?
what you don't
Well, what
wanna
are
do-
you talking about? Are you talking about beer? Or are you talking
beer.
about like vodka shots?
No, beer, straight beer. No,
Yeah.
I don't drink like non-carb, like tequila or something. Like
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna
It's a-
hinder you. The thing is, if you do it the night
Sleep.
before, it one can impact your sleep.
That's
and
a
then,
good point.
And then two, it can dehydrate
Here's the
you.
thing: I'm gonna get shitty sleep anyways, so might as well.
That's a good point. But no, for me, it's all about the sleep. That's what the reason I'm not drinking this week is because I want the sleep. The reason I probably won't drink the night before, or if I do, it'll be like one glass of wine or a glass of beer. It's just because I don't want it to affect my sleep.
I get it. That makes sense during the week. Real quick, I remembered when we were talking about this stuff that I promised the people in our group, Faster Bastards, that I would give them a shout out for getting hit with the cans of soup last week.
All right.
Because they're like, you got to mention this on the podcast.
It is true. Yeah.
And then we'll get into the shoes.
Speaking of drivers and people doing weird stuff.
Yeah, there's some crazy incidents.
Yeah, so
why don't you tell the story?
I showed up like a minute late, which is shocking to me because it sounds like exact scenario I would
You
be
know
in.
what? They were probably looking for you because Trevor does have a mustache.
That's probably what, yeah.
Is probably a fan of the show.
Or you mean Forrest? Or yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Forrest. I mean, yeah.
So the Faster Bastards at a group or Wednesday night group run in Druid Hill Park, and apparently a van drove by, or an SUV with like kids in ski masks hanging out of it, just throwing cans of food products like soup and.
Wait, I didn't know they were in ski masks.
Yeah.
I didn't know the ski mask either.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, and like cans of soda or something. Not gonna lie, when I saw the cans on the ground and they weren't open, I was like, "That's beer, salvageable." But it was one of those weird like energy drinks or something. But so they hurled a full can of soup, but they had popped the lid off of it, so it was like, you know how that has a pull tab
Yeah.
soups. It was minestrone. Minestrone.
That's a danger.
Do you say the E in that word or what?
minestrone?
Yeah, you say it.
But the crazy thing about it is that's the most dangerous soup there is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, if it hits you, you'll find out.
Yeah. So I thought you had a good dad joke in there. Okay. And they threw it full open, but it was centrifugal force keeps the soup in there, as one would expect. And it hit our friend Forrest right in the collarbone, like top of the can, bottom of the can, cut him open. Ugh. And like it looked pretty. I saw it the other day. It still didn't look good.
On him?
Yeah, no, he wasn't still wearing the soup.
How did he react?
I mean, I think he was like shocked,
Right.
obviously.
I mean, how do you react when you get hit with a can of soup?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what I would do.
And then here's the crazy thing is that they drove past, circled around back, came back, did it again.
What?
Did it again. 3 passes.
Why is no one throwing the soup back
That's what
at
I'm
them?
saying. By the 3rd time, I'm going to be throwing the can straight through the window.
Here's the problem. I think that the cans were probably the start. They were looking for a fight.
Maybe.
And I think that there's a group of people in SUV with ski masks on looking for a fight. Maybe that's not the fight you choose.
I don't know, but they threw it at some other people too, because on our run, we saw more cans along the road.
Maybe it's some sort of Chef Boyardee gang, like.
Yeah, we'll see it on TikTok in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it's like the way
that's
that
pretty
you join
bizarre.
the Chef Boyardee crew.
It's probably like the cheapest canned stuff.
It's Progresso, so not
Oh,
too bad.
that's actually really good.
That's a real brand.
Yeah.
That's like $3 a can.
Yeah, it's not. So our theory was that they stole the vehicle, and then there's maybe groceries in it, and then they're just like, we'll just.
Or
throw all
like
these.
something for a can giveaway, like to one of the.
I wouldn't be shocked if they stole it from like a food bank.
Yeah,
That would be a
exactly.
Baltimore thing to do.
Yeah. It's like they left it running so they could take the soup cans into the kitchen, and then these kids jump in it.
That
like,
sounds exactly like something that would happen.
grab that van.
Anyways, so that was just a crazy thing. But so
Baltimore's great.
yeah,
It could have happened anywhere.
yeah. Where can you get stories like that?
Yeah, and I mean, that actually is one of the training techniques we use in the Faster Bastards to get people to run faster. It's like if
Can you beat the can?
If you can dodge a can, you can
You
dodge,
can dodge a bullet.
No, not a bullet.
Can you?
So I know that we're going a little bit long in here. We mentioned Ilya Kipchoge is the man, and he crushed it in Berlin.
Yeah.
We tried to pronounce the name of the woman that crushed it,
but we're just terrible at doing that.
And it's like
and we're not going to fake it.
We're almost
We're not gonna
afraid
fake it.
to get it wrong. It's like almost worse to get it wrong than to omit it. But I would love if she wants to call in, feel free and give us all that information. I mean,
things that won't happen. I'll take that for 200.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about the Skechers Razor 4.
Yes, the Skechers Razor 4, probably the best Skechers looking shoe I've ever seen.
Ever?
I did like the one where, what was the one that was like had like blocking? It looked like a race car.
Not the zebra ones?
No, I don't like the zebra. I know people went nuts for that, but I do think this is...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The cheap shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like this is one of the best looking, just like you can actually...
I agree.
Like across the board, it's not so crazy that you couldn't like wear it anywhere.
It does say speed on the side in large letters.
You know, I love that they stuck with that. They've gotten so much crap for that. And they're like, screw it.
But it's like their thing.
Yeah, let's put speed on it, even though that's not the name of the shoe.
No.
It's the Razor. You could have put Razor on the side.
Yeah.
But no, let's put speed.
And it's in letters that look like it's going fast.
All right, Robbie, let's break it down. What do we got here? Let's start with the upper.
Let me hold one of these suckers. Engineered mesh upper, pretty thin tongue.
I love the tongue.
Yeah, tongue's nice.
Just padded just right.
Yeah, it's not gusseted though.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be.
No.
And then we have this new version of Hyperburst, which is Hyperburst Pro.
Which is TPU instead of EVA.
Yeah. So the issue I had, I ran in this for 10 miles, but the issue was that it was too big for me by like at least a half size, maybe full size. Mm-hmm. So just didn't really get that, faster, that locked in feel that I wanted. So the ride was nice, but just the overall experience was bad because of the sizing was off. It's not really their fault that I ran in this shoe. It's just the wrong size for me. But I like the ride of it for sure. I don't know, Thomas.
I liked it. I didn't love it. Like I was just doing a 6 mile run, and at the end of the run, the front of my foot was starting to hurt. I'm just not. I think it's. I said this in the first impression. It may be that I'm running in a ton of soft shoes right now. Like
yeah, you got soft.
I did. I think my feet have gotten soft because I love cushioning now, and this is an agile, responsive, up-tempo shoe. And I think it's got a 4-foot plate, and it's just a little firm. And what I did like about it though is it really goes through the stride well, and it corners really nicely.
Yeah, obviously if the sizing was off for me, I don't know about the cornering, but I'm getting another pair, so we'll figure it out. I did want a quick talk. By the way, this shoe comes out October 25th for $140.
Goodyear rubber outsole.
Yeah, there's a lot more rubber this go around.
Let's talk about Arch Fit. What the hell is that?
Arch Fit. Well, they still have Hyper Arc.
See, it's still a rockered shoe.
Yeah.
It used to be called Mid M Strike. Now they're calling it Hyper Arc or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Arch Fit is that the part of the foam, instead of it just being flat
right
on the inside.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an arch there.
Yeah, you get more of an arch and more of a sculpted feel inside.
Did you notice that?
I did.
Oh, okay. So real quick though, since you're talking about the firmness and softness thing, you know what? I've been pulling out some shoes that maybe I didn't run in or get a chance to for different reasons, and that maybe they're not, the SC trainer or whatever. Although I have been training that as well. But I ran in the Topo that shoe. What's that Topo Athletic shoe that we didn't get?
Spectre.
The Spectre, yeah. So I did run in that, which I hadn't run in it before.
Don't tell me you liked it.
I didn't like it in like the way that we would probably expect. Mm-hmm. But I did kind of like it in a weird way.
That's so weird.
And it's not a soft shoe. It's definitely not a soft shoe. Can you go back and try
the Zoom Fly then? Because the Zoom Fly 5 and that are around the same feeling to me.
And I think the Zoom Fly is like a lot heavier, maybe, and it's like more rigid. I think, like just like overall.
I felt like they're both rigid.
Now, I felt like that's the thing I liked about the Spectre. I felt it was like pretty flexible still. Like I got like a good. It was like a faster shoe, which is weird.
That is weird.
Like it was firm. Like it definitely. What I think they said it has a P-Bax core or something, mm-hmm. and you would think like, oh, there'd be like that level of energy return, but yeah, that's not there.
No.
I think that was probably one of our biggest hangups.
It just felt like a regular midsole.
I think maybe the reason I liked it is I love the fit of their uppers, of Topo's uppers. I think they just like fit my foot.
So then
perfectly.
you like Altra.
I do like their uppers a lot too. Yeah, actually.
Now that they're getting this slim fit, I'm leaning less critical of the Altra.
Yeah.
Because I need the slim fit, and the other ones didn't fit my foot correctly. I feel like our road reviews do not match up with our trail reviews. Our trail runners love the Altras, and for the most part, our road reviews are like,
I did like that Vanish Tempo a lot, but it's $190, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that the Spectre, Topo Athletic Spectre, I don't think it's like I don't think it's a great shoe. I don't even know if it's a good shoe, but I could see, like, it was fine for, yeah. I would buy other shoes over it though, for sure.
What was the price of the Razor for?
$140, which,
wow, that's getting up there.
Yeah.
For a Skechers?
Still seems way cheaper.
I think the last one was 100. The last
no, because Pegasus is 120.
The last Razor was 130.
Yeah,
that was 4 years ago.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
That is.
I looked it up. Wild. It was 4 years ago.
I would lose a Jeopardy question on that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, January 1st, 2019. It was.
Yeah. So you know that idea we had about spoofing, like, kind of the names, since there's Go Run and they keep just adding names to shoes and pros and all that stuff. Laura did a Laura McGreen, but Laura McGreen on Instagram. She did a.
Is that our guest today, by the way?
Is she our guest today?
She is.
Yes. You're gonna listen. She did a post today that I loved. It's the different brands ordering their Starbucks drink.
I think just ordering coffee.
Well, yeah, coffee.
Yeah.
I just, And I have to say, she's clever. It's nuanced. I love it. It does give you the personality. It's kind of funny. It's a funny take. I think she's very clever.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, so Laura is our guest today. She is also on our team for
Train to NYC.
She kind of blew up recently because of a video she did.
Normally she's comedic.
Yeah.
And she did a serious video about
women running alone.
Yeah.
And that one got her on Good Morning America. But most of her videos are very funny and very entertaining. And so if you don't, go follow her on Instagram. She's at Laura McGreen, and enjoy this interview.